it's Jessii Vee, and I'm here with my sister, Mandy Vee. It's been forever.
She's a phoenix now. She's married.
You're a redhead.
I'm literally, yeah, that's why I said I'm a phoenix.
I love it. You're so Christmassy, the red and the green.
I was telling Jess that she needs to get her Christmas backdrop.
I am. Literally in a couple days it's going up.
Christmas time. Let's go.
Couple days, I promise. So, in today's video, okay, you guys have been asking for the past year for us to do another 2-sentence horror story video. Every time I've done one or I've done one with Mandy, it's done so well. So, I got a Christmas version of that. Christmas/winter. My father's calling. My father's calling. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna read the 2 sentences and then we're gonna discuss if we think it's actually scary.
Okay.
And it's hard to be scary with only 2 sentences, so if they can accomplish that, that's really good.
Some of them are terrifying, so.
Yeah, so let's see if they can get us this time.
Okay.
My father beamed with pride when I announced I'd trim the family tree for Christmas. He never did like my cousins. Did you get it?
No. Wait.
So he trimmed the family tree. He never did like his cousins. He trimmed the family tree.
The family tree.
The family.
Not the tree.
Yeah.
The family.
He cut out some members. I think it's less scary and more like disturbing.
It took a minute.
And what would you like for Christmas, little boy? Said Santa as I sat on his lap at the mall. My little brother back, I replied as I stared at the man who I saw lure him into his van last summer.
That is so cheesy.
Is it?
It's so cheesy.
Santa as a kidnapper?
Like just... Oh, he's the kidnapper?
Yeah, Santa's the kidnapper.
No, I'm envisioning him like looking into the crowd of people and the kidnapper's just there.
Santa's the kidnapper. Do you know what's so weird? I just read a book last night about Santa kidnapping a kid.
That's the book. The book's about that.
Yeah, and this mother's like grieving like the loss and she can't find her kid. Like,
Santa?
They went to a Christmas market and Santa lured her kid away into the crowd.
This is a true story?
No.
Okay.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house one creature was stirring, but it was no mouse. It crept up the stairs and went to their beds and stole their small bodies away from their heads. That was pretty good. I like that
I like
one.
that one. That was a bit
Yeah.
spooky.
There's not much to say. It's a good one.
I know, there's not much to say, but that's my favorite so far.
Whenever we do a video, we're just laughing. I feel like no one ever understands.
Stands. Oh my god. One understands.
Okay.
That one was good. I like that one.
Dad, it's time for you to open up your Christmas presents, I said jokingly. My smile turned to horror as his urn levitated and flew towards the tree.
Come on.
That's like dark humor.
Yeah.
It's funny, but also really sad.
No.
It's not funny?
It's not sad.
Of course it's sad.
Flies towards the tree.
Yeah, because the father died, right?
Well, it's sad that the father's dead, of course, but like...
But he's still excited for his Christmas presents.
So he just flies across the room and
Yeah, he
hits
wants
the
to
tree.
open his gift.
Silly Willy.
Silly father. Time slowed to a halt as Santa crept into the children's room, looked around, and lifted one of the siblings from her bed and into his magic sack. In the morning, the family awoke without any memories of their daughter, apart from a strange note left by the fireplace. Merry Christmas, Thomas. You got your wish. He wished for his sister to be gone, and Santa did it.
No, that's some like Krampus stuff.
Yeah.
That's some Krampus stuff right there.
Isn't it Krampus?
Krampus.
Krampus?
It's Krampus. But yeah, that was good. I think that was a bit more than 2 sentences. But...
No. I think they had a lot of commas. But I only see 2 periods.
Okay, so we're bending the rules.
Yeah. They want to win the best horror story,
Seriously.
obviously.
That was good though.
I know it may come as a surprise to you, but Christmas elves aren't born at the North Pole. I've been slaving and starving since I've gotten here, and I'm starting to recognize the other elves as missing children I've seen on TV over the years. That's pretty dark, because clearly these children are being stolen to make presents.
I thought that they was going somewhere else with that. I thought it was gonna like expose that the elves are truly just like slaves. Like they're not happy.
I used to think that as a kid. I spent every minute of winter searching for my missing daughter. When summer came, I learned that the killer had a twisted sense of humor as the snowman in my front yard melted away.
Can you read it again?
Did you not get it?
Okay, say it again. Say it again.
I spent every minute... No, you gotta listen.
I am.
Okay,
you laughed first.
I spent every minute of winter searching for my missing daughter. When summer came, I learned that the killer had a twisted sense of humor as the snowman in my front yard melted away.
That is just a sense
Yeah.
of humor. Did she wonder, like, who made the snowman?
Imagine waking up in the morning and seeing all these snowmen outside
In every window.
in your backyard, in the window.
In every window.
Yeah. As I opened the door to my winter cabin, I knew something was off. The handle was warm. Why don't you get any of these?
Because what do you mean the handle's warm?
The heat from your hand? That means someone had just been there.
Okay, but Jess, if it's freezing cold outside, me opening a door to something, there's not gonna be like a hot handle.
Not hot, it says warm.
Like, you literally have to sit there and be like, I don't think that scientifically...
Alright, they lost.
Scientifically...
This one sucks.
I was just immediately thinking about The Office, and when he was like, feel the handle, is it hot? And he's like, what does warm mean? If there's a fire, then it's hot. So there's a fire.
On cold days in winter, when their breath became visible, the children would stand in the playground and pretend they were smoking. My sister and I used to avoid them because we didn't want the other kids to find out we don't breathe.
Sweet little vampire babies.
Vampires, aliens,
Us, as children, okay.
us.
Plot twist.
Snow fell upon my roof as I listened to the sound of carolers outside. Alone in my cabin, deep in the woods, I tried not to scream as I silently begged whatever was outside to go away. This guy's in the middle of the woods in a cabin, and he hears carolers outside. That's a really good short horror story.
So far.
But like, someone should make this into like a novella.
That's the best one so far.
This one,
By
and
far.
then the creature from the poem.
That's the best one so far.
Normally, hoof prints in the snow in December is a jolly fun sight. They are less festive the morning of December 6th, when your parents frantically search the house for your little brother. That's Krampus.
Or like the devil.
Well, that's the same thing, I mean...
It's not. That's terrifying.
I again awoke to dozens of children's footprints in the snow around my cabin, and I followed them across the field to the nearest house for miles. While my elderly neighbor chuckled that they hadn't had children in decades, I could hear the wife complaining that her doll's feet were wet again.
I feel like that could go, that's like part 2 of like the scariest one with the caroling.
Like the whole time it was the dolls.
Yeah, like that just like reminded me of that story that was scary with the carolers, and it's like, oh, like there's more. There was footprints, and then he followed them, and then that's the explanation. Because it said like alone in a cabin in the woods, right?
I followed the footsteps I found in the snow by my house. At the edge of the woods, they became paw prints. It's a werewolf!
Yeah, it's not that scary.
I mean, if you were following footprints that became hooves. Or not
That would be scary.
As I marched back towards the road through the deathly cold snow, I could see my friends driving off without me. Through the back window, something with my face winked at me. That's a nightmare.
Anything that has to do with like yourself,
Yeah,
or
like
like doppelgangers. I don't know if there's anything worse.
Yeah, you'd never want to see yourself.
No.
Especially like at night in the corner of your room.
I had this conversation with my client the other day about mirrors and how no matter where you are with a reflection or a mirror, your reflection is always looking at you. Always looking at you.
What do you mean, even when you're not looking?
Well, like you wouldn't know because anytime you look,
It's
looking
looking
at you. And it never blinks. Because when you blink, you can't see, right? So.
Ew, man.
Yeah, but I didn't say that. They said that to me and I was
Okay.
like, wait, that's like horrible.
I already hate mirrors
I know.
as it is.
You remember like when we were kids, we used to like stare in the mirror and
And like make faces.
yeah, like try to scare yourself.
I would like look at myself and make the scariest face and wait to see how long it would take for me to like pull back and like be freaked out.
Yeah, you're almost like in a trance of
Yeah, how scary you can get.
like, yeah, like truly trying to scare yourself and like
Yeah.
waiting for something to happen, but it never happens.
We're gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below which short horror story was your favorite. We like the one with the carolers, but let us know.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you in our next video.
Hopefully.
Bye!
Bye.
So we are reacting to some very strange 1900s, maybe 1800s photos.
You always find like the creepiest things. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they're really weird. We have 14 pictures today. No context really. I couldn't find anything about them, so we're gonna analyze them, inspect them, react to them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna try to figure it out.
It looks like a seance is happening around the
That's
Christmas
not.
tree.
Yeah, I know it's Christmas, but it feels like a cult. Something weird's going on there. Like that's not just like turkey dinner for Christmas.
It looks like there's candles in the Christmas tree. Why is the lighting like that? I mean, the shadows are terrifying. It looks like a seance. It looks like the tree is about to lift off the ground and out of the house.
It looks like they're trying to like contact someone on the other side and be like, hey, Merry Christmas, Uncle Pete. And that's a fire hazard, straight up.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't have a seance on Christmas.
That's an Easter thing.
This is supposed to be like a ghost photo beside this woman's face.
If there's a ghost or a spirit in the background of your photo, the closer they are to you, that means something, doesn't it? They're really close to you, or they want to contact you, or...
But also, like, they had slow exposure back then.
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe, like, it's her face. If we're trying to be logical here.
Maybe he's just trying to, like, whisper something. He's like, did you check your car insurance? Don't forget to let the dogs out before you go to bed.
But, like, the photographer of this photo is almost creepier because he's peering around the corner of the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of like... Mom.
Yeah, like he's like interrupting her moment, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think she knew he was gonna be there.
No, she looks kind of shocked.
Yeah.
She's like reminiscing the photo. She's like, Johnny?
She's like, I remember him. Oh, hey.
All right, this is another ghost photo. It looks like someone is jumping out of the Christmas tree. Imagine seeing that in your family Christmas photo, like a guy like, oh.
First of all, I have to say, their tree decorating skills are bad. They're like, let's just string this up, that's fine. Cameras suck this time anyway.
And no one trimmed the tree back then.
That's more of a bush. That's a shrubbery. Yeah, it does look like something's jumping out of the tree or climbing it or something.
Or maybe someone was decorating it and slow exposure.
And just fell mid-photo. Ah, Mom fell off the Christmas bush again. Super creepy.
It's Father Christmas. Imagine if that's how he came. Instead of like the chimney.
You just came out of your tree like a ghost.
I have gifts.
I don't want this. I don't want this gift.
This is like a Christmas card that they did back then.
Yeah.
But what I found strange is that the photo on the wall is coming forward.
Yeah, you're right. It literally looks like the photo is kind of coming out of the wall, or like something's holding it at like an angle.
Fix it.
If you're gonna take a Christmas photo that you're gonna give to your family, fix your background.
Check the walls.
Their tree decorating is better than the last family, but still not great.
And there's never like love in these family portraits, I find. They all just stand there with their
Yeah,
arms
no
on
one's
their
ever like
side.
having a good time.
No.
Everyone's super miserable. Like, why aren't the kids like holding hands or something? Like, oh, we're a family. The kid's like, don't touch me, Sarah.
Yeah. What is happening here? At least we're not in like the 1800s anymore.
I feel like we've gotten better cameras, but we've gotten creepier with what we've done with them.
Is that a doll or a child? Because the child's either left out.
I don't know. Okay, if that's a doll and that's just where you keep it, you're a creep. If you just keep a human-looking doll by your door to like scare people while they're trying to deliver your mail, you need a new hobby. If that's your third child and you just decided not to put them in the photo and she caught you, your priorities are strange.
Stay in the house, Mary.
Damn it, Mary, get back in the house.
A Christmas card saying goodbye all, and Santa's leaving back up the chimney, but it looks like she's like,
Shoving him in.
get out.
Santa's like, but I haven't even given you presents. Like, get out of here, Nicholas.
Yeah, his sack is full.
He didn't even deliver. And she's like, no, I don't want your petty gifts.
It was like she was waiting by the chimney all night, and like once it came down, she's like, no.
No.
You know, I don't know, but like goodbye all is just very...
Why goodbye all? Like, this is the, like you're planning, this is the last Christmas? That's it? What does that mean?
She's gonna do something to Santa. I don't know.
If I can't have Christmas, no one will.
So this is like sort of normal, right? Frosty in the background there is what's creepy.
I have seen so many photos from like this era that they've had like Christmas decorations like Santas or Frosties or elves or something, and the way they're just like put together is so creepy.
Well, they look angry.
That doesn't put me in the Christmas spirit.
No.
Like, kill it with fire.
So this is Krampus, I think.
I love Krampus.
A group of parents clearly went to this photo studio and they were like, let's all put our babies on a broom, right?
And have Krampus steal them. He couldn't even wait for this last baby to get dressed.
It looks like the baby's like hanging on
Yeah.
for dear life too. Like, I guess we're going now.
Okay, but isn't the story of Krampus like, if you're a bad kid, he'll
Yeah.
come and kidnap you, but if you're a good kid, and like, these are babies. Like, they don't even have the option to be good or bad yet. They're just potatoes.
Imagine telling Trish you want to do this for Dom, like when he's a baby. It's like, we're not going to Santa this year, Trish.
We just show up with like a Krampus with like hooves and stuff.
Make some effort. with the tree.
That is the worst tree you could have possibly picked.
Like, there's so many trees in this world.
It's literally like they went to like a tree farm to buy a tree and everything was way too expensive, and then they found like a dumpster with that in it and they're like, well, how much is that? And he's like, no, you don't want that. That's dead. He's like, no, I think I want that.
I don't really know what's happening here. Santa's leaving the house.
Santa, just go. You're drunk again. Just go. It's like, ho, ho. And she's like, Brian, it's January. Just go. Okay, that's just, you're not even trying anymore.
But doesn't it look like Paranormal Activity? Like, it looks like a camera.
Ooh, yeah,
Like
now that you said that.
But it also looks like paper towel rolls.
Someone's like, oh, I have a great idea for a craft, and that was the end result. And someone's like, no, that wasn't that great of an idea.
It's better than the other tree.
Oh, it's way better than the dead tree?
Yeah.
I would go for that, absolutely.
Okay, Christmas decorations. They thought they were putting up their holly and their garland.
It's poison ivy.
It's probably just the black and white photo that makes it so scary looking.
Yeah.
But it looks like spider legs. It looks like Tim Burton threw up in this house, right?
Yeah, that's Christmas at Johnny Depp's house.
There's not even any decorations on the tree except for like maybe little
chains and
chains.
Well, I meant
Chains.
the beads. It's like,
Now we know how you decorate.
yeah,
Christmas
I just
chains.
get chains, wrap them around. Oh, what? Okay, so it's the Monopoly guy and who? Is that supposed to be Rudolph or something? Christmas ghost. Both of them look uncomfortable. Like, neither of them want this photo to be taken.
Because there's feet underneath it.
Are they wearing like sandals and socks or something? No,
That's a
it's feet.
fashion
It's just
no-no.
feet.
That's the first thing Dave notices.
No, just don't.
Are those socks and sandals?
Socks and sandals? Get out.
My dear little pets.
Is he calling the kid a pet? Okay.
Yeah, and they're sleeping and he's like,
As a dad, don't call my children pets. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
not gonna go over well with anyone.
rule number one.
And then hovering over them while someone takes a photo doesn't help your cause either. That's so creepy.
Yeah,
Even the kid is looking up like, dude, why?
it looks like the same house where it said goodbye all. Even the same like structure of the
Maybe
card.
that's why the mom was like, get out of here, Santa.
Yeah!
You're
Oh my
creeping my
God.
kids out.
It all makes sense now. That's
It
why.
was so really, we thought the mom was the bad guy the whole time.
It's Santa.
She was saving the kid from
Yeah.
creepy Santa.
We take it all back.
Because he's like, oh, my pet's like, all right, just go. It's like, can I use the door? No, you gotta go up the chimney again.
Back where you came.
Back where you came from.
Alright guys, well that's all of the weird 1800s, 1900s Christmas photos. Don't take photos like this.
Use these as lessons of what not to do
Exactly.
when taking your photos for Christmas.
So today I'm going to be telling you guys a super embarrassing, kind of creepy story time. This happened probably when I was around, I don't know, 11 years old, which means that my sister would have been 8 because we're about 3 years apart. It was around Christmas time. I would say it was the first week of December. My mom had put all the Christmas decorations around the house. We had the tree up. I mean, my mom goes like full out for Christmas. There's just decorations everywhere. We even have a feather tree. A feather tree. Like, why do we have a feather tree? It looks like a feather duster. But I guess she likes it, and that's okay, Mom. I support you. So the only thing that was different is back then we had this Santa statue. This statue was, I don't know, I can't even show you guys. Let's say it starts from my head. It was probably like, I can't even, my hands don't even fit in the frame right now. Like half my body size at 11 years old. Does that make sense? Yeah. And what happened was this Santa had this little red button on his standing platform thing, and when you pressed it, he'd do this thing where his hands would be on his hips, and he'd like do this as he sang Christmas songs. Like his hips would just move, and he'd just sing these random songs, like Here Comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus.
I think Elvis sang that. I don't even know. And like,
Santa Claus is coming to town.
he wasn't that dramatic about it, but you know what I mean. He sang like Santa songs. And the first couple Christmases, it was fine. He had a really great voice. He was happy. My sister and I would like dance around him. It was fun. And then when I turned 11, things with me and that Santa statue just changed. As he got older, I guess the voice he made got deeper and deeper. He started sounding very strange, like not like Santa anymore. But my parents parents still kept him, and when his hips would move, they'd make this like kind of squeaky noise. Like it sounded like hands going down a chalkboard. It was really creepy. Like everything about this Santa was just, he freaked me out. I remember trying to kind of avoid him when I walked around the house. I tried not to look at him. When someone would press him, I'd be like, stop! Turn him off. I didn't like him anymore. And I feel like my sister kind of got the same vibes, but she never really talked to me about it. And then this is where it's kind of embarrassing, kind of weird. But one day, my parents left my sister and I home alone just for like an hour to go Christmas shopping. And I was in my room just minding my own business, and there was no one on the downstairs floor. Mandy was in her room upstairs, I was in my room upstairs. I was on my computer when suddenly, that is when I started hearing that familiar tune, that very familiar voice from downstairs. But this time it was like lower and creepier.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus.
And like slower and drawn out. And like when you're 11 years old, that is not something you want to hear. That is just like super creepy. So I was like, no, this can't be happening. This literally cannot be happening. I'm covering my ears. I'm super freaked out. So what do? I rush into my sister Mandy's room and I tell her that our Santa toy is haunted. Now it technically wasn't a toy, it was like a statue thing, but I like to call it one, so I just kept saying, Mandy, the Santa toy is haunted. And she was young enough that she believed me, so we both started freaking out. We were both screaming and crying in her room. We closed her door and we hid behind her bed, and that's when I called my mom, and she picks up the phone and I'm just like screaming and crying. She can barely understand what I'm saying, and I was like,
Mom, Santa's coming to get us. He's possessed. He's haunted.
and I don't think she thought of the statue at first. I think she thought I was talking about actual Santa, because she was like, no honey, Santa's really nice. He's in the North Pole. He's getting you presents. He's a really great guy. And I'm like,
No, Mom, he is haunted. He's coming to get us. He's downstairs.
and that's when she clued in. She's like, oh, the Santa statue again, Jess. You gotta get over that. I can't even tell you guys how scared my sister Mandy and I were in her room at that point. We were actually both shaking, just profusely crying, to the point where my parents couldn't even shop anymore. They had to literally come home to be with us. I remember my mom being so frustrated with me because I was the older sister, obviously, and I shouldn't have been scaring my younger sister, which I wasn't even doing purposely. I literally thought the Santa was coming to get us, but I could see where my mom was coming from. You know, I should have been taking care of my sister, not completely freaking her out while my parents were gone, because I think she was so scared that she couldn't sleep for a good 2 weeks after that. She kept having to sleep in my mom's bed, which my mom wasn't too happy about. But basically what I found out, because I was just so silly and did not think logically back then, was that obviously the Santa statue was running out of batteries. Obviously. Why didn't I even clue that in? All my dad had to do was go upstairs, get new batteries, put it in the Santa, and Santa was back to normal. He was back to his jolly old self, just, you know, swinging his hips like Santa Claus does. But I mean, still, that thing gave me a really bad vibe. Every single time. And then like 2 years later, the battery started running out again, and I was like, Dad, just throw it out. Throw it out, please. So yeah, we don't have that Santa anymore, which kind of sucks because I wanted to show it for this video. Actually, it doesn't suck. I'm kind of glad we don't have it anymore. But there's like pictures that I put throughout this video that kind of looked like what it looked like. That wasn't the actual thing, but close enough, you know? So if you guys have a singing Santa, watch out. Keep changing those batteries, okay? So without further ado, let's talk about these strange Christmas songs. The first one is White Christmas. White Christmas holds the surprising record of being the world's best-selling single, first released by Bing Crosby only a few weeks after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Now, the song was originally written by a man named Irving Berlin. The writer had developed a yearly tradition of visiting his son's grave. The child had passed away on Christmas Day when he was only 3 weeks old. So he began associating Christmas with his sadness and heartbreak, and this certainly came through in the song. And it also really resonated with sentimental listeners who lost family members in World War II. You know, on the song he says, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas just like the ones I used to know, meaning he wants to have a good Christmas again, but he can't because he's thinking about the memories with his son that he lost. So now every time I hear this song, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Alright, then we have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This song was originally originally written for the 1944 movie Meet Me in St. Louis, and it was sung by Judy Garland. The writer was given the task of creating a song that could show the family's sadness over celebrating the last Christmas in a home that they were soon moving from. So when he originally wrote the song, the lyrics were, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas, it may be your last." The writer did such a good job of writing a melancholy tune that Judy Garland complained it was too depressing to sing. She was literally like, if you don't change those lyrics, I'm not singing that. So he did end up changing the lyrics. But there was a last line in the song that still went, "From now on, we'll have to muddle through somehow." And I remember hearing that version a lot as a kid. But it was later changed to, "Hang a shining star upon the highest bough." So slowly over the years, they were getting rid of the depressing lines and putting in happier lines for Christmas. That was at the request of Frank Sinatra, who thought the song was still too dark. Despite the fact his more jolly version was the one that turned the song into a holiday classic, most people can agree that the song's melancholy tune is something they can relate to, because Christmas is really hard for a lot of people. So this was another Christmas song that was originally really depressing and sad that they tried to make super happy later on. Then we have I'll Be Home for Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas is one of the most sentimental holiday classics, beloved since many people can relate to the feeling of loneliness and separation during the holidays. But being away from home is taken to an entirely different level when one is physically unable to go home for Christmas because they're fighting a war overseas. The song was written in 1943 to comfort family and friends separated by World War II, and it's been covered by many artists ever since. So this is another Christmas song that actually stemmed from World War II. Then we have Here We Come Away Sailing. I hope I'm saying that right. Here We Come Away Sailing is possibly one of the most traditional Christmas carols in existence, and it's usually heard from door-to-door carolers throughout the holiday season, especially in the UK. The song is all about good cheer and generosity, with lyrics that encourage the owner of the house to pour the carolers a glass of beer and slip them a few coins before they leave. Now, it's the origin of this way sailing tradition that makes this song a little bit creepy and strange. Historically, the custom of way sailing started in England on the estates of lords to keep the peasants from becoming too resentful of their masters. The lord of the manor would give food and drink to peasants who came to waysail at their door during the winter in exchange for them giving their blessings and goodwill. So essentially, the lords were giving their poor, socially inferior subjects a few handouts to ensure that they would not rebel against them. And lastly, I'm going to butcher this name, I'm so sorry, but it is Jólakötturinn, which means the Christmas cat. This is an incredibly popular Christmas song in Iceland, performed by Björk among others. The song gets its name from a popular Icelandic legend about the Yule cat, which is a fearsome beast that's said to eat children who don't receive new clothes for Christmas. Now, it does seem a bit odd to be punishing someone for not receiving a specific gift, but apparently it's because traditional Icelandic families tried to finish all the work with their autumn wool harvest by Christmas time, and those who helped contribute to this received a new piece of clothing as one of their gifts. So if children didn't find at least a pair of socks in their stocking, it basically meant that they had been lazy and hadn't helped the family with chores. Actually, a lot of Icelandic Christmas lore is really gruesome. The Yule cat is also said to live in the same cave as Gryla, a huge ogress who lives in the mountains of Iceland and boils naughty children in her cauldron. She's married to another bloodthirsty ogre and is also the mother of the 13 Yuletide lads, who also have a reputation for eating the occasional naughty child. So basically, do your chores, be good, and you'll be fine. It's just interesting how they have a song for this. It's kind of creepy. Anyway, so guys, those are all the songs we're going to be talking about today. If there's any other Christmas songs that give you weird vibes, definitely comment them down below. And today, since I've been doing a lot of videos on the Victorian era, early 1900s, all the creepy weird stuff they did.
The best stuff.
The creepiest stuff.
Oh yeah.
Today we're getting into some vintage Christmas cards, and they're not just normal Christmas cards, they're interesting.
I'm so excited about this. When you brought this up before, I was like, I don't even know what to expect.
They're terrible. So this one says, "When through the keyhole I do peep, I want to find you tied to sleep. Merry Christmas."
What a creeper. Look at the eyes.
And what is he like, twerking?
Yeah, that's a real scandalous pose. Oh, I'm gonna get caught. Look at this.
I know. And they don't have doors like that anymore, like where you can literally see an entire...
No way. For that reason, they kept finding twerking Santa outside and be like, no, I don't want this. Change the locks.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
That looks like someone was outside and they froze to death and they just kept them there as decoration.
Waiting for the bus.
The trolley. I love how the Merry Christmas at the bottom.
I know. Do you know what I found though in research? Most of these cards had very ominous or sad settings on them, like illustrations, and it says Merry Christmas.
Why?
It was a dark time.
It clearly.
This is people pushing someone into a snowball.
Wait, he's stuck in this. He is.
I think they're rolling him in the snowball.
He doesn't even have shoes on. They didn't even give him boots. Listen, Dad, we're going out to build a snowman.
Yeah.
You're in it.
I mean, is he having fun?
He doesn't look like this. Overall demeanor's like, I don't like this.
And it's like framed in some nice patterning.
This like beautiful frame of this guy dying in the snow.
Does it say something in the bottom? 'Tis innocent mirth that gives Christmas its worth.
What? I don't know. What does that have to do with the man getting frostbite?
I think it means innocent play.
Innocent play.
Christmas greetings.
Why does he look so angry?
I don't know.
He even has to like, listen, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not that bad.
The artwork's really good and everything, but it's that like...
You're right, he's like disciplining.
Yeah. It's like, I said no cookies. What is that?
It's a beetroot? No, a fig.
A beet?
It's a vegetable.
Well, it's a man in something. That looks like something straight out of like a Tim Burton book.
But why is that a Christmas card? That's what I want to know. It's a walking vegetable.
If that doesn't scream Christmas, I don't know what does. Where do you even come up with that? You're sitting down to paint and you're like, I gotta put something on a card for my relatives. What do I do? Man in a beet.
Watch, all the comments are gonna be, that's not a beet. Are you guys stupid?
Listen, I haven't had a vegetable since 2013. Oh.
A happy Christmas to you with Frosty the Snowman. I guess he's melting in the snow.
These kids are terrified. Look at their faces. They're screaming. He came alive and started melting. And he's like, kill me, take the head off.
The contrast, a happy Christmas, and the kids are screaming and crying. I guess it's like a joke back then, like...
This is like the very first like memes.
A happy Christmas.
Wow, that is just ruining flowers for me.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But it's like springtime.
Like, I'm not a flower expert, but they don't seem like...
They don't grow.
Yeah.
But is it cooler than a normal Christmas card?
Me personally, I would rather that than just like a blank card that's like, Merry Christmas. Give me that, for sure.
A Christmas greeting.
She baked her child into a pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
The child's okay.
We've all been there, right? The kid does look like he's having a good time, though. Like, he's got rosy cheeks, like he might be a little warm. Having a pie, to be expected.
And he probably pops out during Christmas dinner.
That's the whole thing. Like, you go to sit down and just when you put a knife in it, he's like, oh, it's me, Mom. Jeremiah got me. They were really cool back then.
This might have been a relatable card back then. Like, oh, we did that last Christmas.
Yeah, we did the pie last Christmas. Put them in flowers this one.
A happy Christmas. I think Santa's trying to show what's in the bag. Like, hey, look, I brought you presents.
That is not what I got from that. Santa's like, listen, punk.
I guess I'm trying to find, like, the goodness in these pictures, and I'm hoping it's just Santa like, hey, look, take a good look.
Nope. That is pure terror in that kid's face. I don't know if this is the real Santa, because he's wearing, like, polka dots, and he could just be a dude, like, that has a beard, and they're like, oh, Santa's like, yeah, get in the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the window. What a creep. I didn't even see it at first. Creep Santa. Like, oh, you. In the Christmas song, he sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake. If Santa's checking in on me while I'm awake to be like, you being good?
Yeah.
I get it. Why are you checking me out when I'm sleeping?
Because you're not doing anything.
Why, exactly. What do you think I'm gonna do? Like, I'm gonna sleepwalk and like kick over a vase? Come on, keep busy. Get a hobby,
relax.
man. Yeah, calm down.
Doesn't he have things to do? Like sleep?
Yeah, like she's just about to go to bed. She's like getting my teddy and my creepy clown, and we're gonna have a little slumber party.
Yeah.
He's got that look on his face. Is like, good. Of course. Yep.
Yeah, pigs can have Christmas too.
What? Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to save all the pigs at that time.
That's not a good way to do it. It looks like they're going to a fancy dress party, but the grin, she looks like she just did something like awful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he'll never know. The poison's gonna kick in 10 minutes. And he's just like, I hate when they photograph me in my suit. I look so fat. Oh!
A happy Christmas. Did you see anything? And he has like a creepy shadow.
Did you see anything? So they have a kid standing on a stool with like
Mistletoe.
This shadow of like a demon behind her.
They were very superstitious back then though.
Oh yeah, big time.
So
yeah.
it could have been some Christmas spirit thing. Hello, Merry Christmas.
I love the way you said that. Hello? Hello! Merry Christmas! Hello! Can you answer your phone like that? Hello! Oh, hi! Who's Santa calling? Who does he know? Calling the Easter Bunny. Listen, just stay out of my way, bud.
But look at his teeth, though. They're like...
You know, like Austin Power teeth. It gives him kind of like a criminal look to him. Like, who's he calling? Like, yeah, I got the package. Hello? Hello? Mrs. Claus?
This isn't...
Again.
But they spotted him. That one girl looks scared.
Yeah, but she should be. Look at him. So y'all being good? Y'all do something bad? If they showed him outside and he had like a gift, like, oh look, you know,
Lifting like a present.
yeah, like a teddy bear, I'd be like, hey, I've come to give you this.
That's still weird though. Like, come outside.
It's still, yeah. Jump in my sleigh.
Imagine that actually happening in real life. Like, you're doing something you know is not good, like stealing a brownie, and you look.
And Santa's just there with his big beard, like. You're like, oh, put it back. Sorry. I'm sorry, Santa. Don't. Hello? Hello? Wow.
Yeah.
Out of no. That's a horror movie.
They actually made a movie like that. Wasn't it called,
Jack Frost.
Yeah, where the father died and became a snowman.
Not a good movie.
No.
That looks like someone with a very large forehead froze. He's just handing out mistletoe to birds.
Kiss me. I'm cold.
But just like the eerie look on his face, like,
Yeah.
that is super creepy.
Like, at least give him a carrot on his nose, you know? It
I
would
thought you
help.
were like feeding it, like at least give him a carrot to eat. Everyone knows snowmen love fresh vegetables.
Or a beet.
A beet, a man and a beet. Ah, throws on carrots.
I'm here!
I'm here now, Monica.
A Christmas greeting with love. Is that a kettle?
Yeah, and she's being boiled in the kettle. There's nothing love about that. So she's very uncomfortable. Mom! Mom!
I mean, her sister got to be in a pie.
Well, like, her dad's a beet. Show me any part of love in that.
It's a nice kettle.
It is a
At
rather
least
nice
it's not
kettle.
like an old dusty.
That's what you took from that? Like,
Yeah, at least
oh,
it's
the
not-
kettle's beautiful. Someone's dead in the kettle. Yeah, but the kettle's beautiful. What is that?
It's a Santa pine cone putting a little kid pine cone into a bag?
And the little kid's like freaking out.
Does that mean Santa could appear as anything?
Santa's a shapeshifter this whole time.
He could be the chair.
It could be anything right now.
Could be you.
You. Hello? Even pine cones weren't safe. Oh man. Yeah, of course. This
That's
is obviously where we were supposed to go.
That is a
Potato. Is that a potato? What were you gonna think? What were you gonna say it was?
fig?
A fig?
What's a fig?
I don't know. I don't know, Vince. I have to call my wife. Be like, honey.
What's a fig?
Hello, what's a fig? I wish you a happy new year. Do you? I wish you'd get away from me.
Christmas greetings, kind and true. And it's a Santa.
So it's like a little baby angel.
Why is there 4-leaf clovers?
Those don't grow during the winter, and it's clearly winter. They gave him a cane, but they didn't give him legs, so I don't, like, you kind of need one with the other. I don't think he's having a good time, but the angel and the bird are having a blast.
Yeah.
Putting 4-leaf clovers all over him.
That was it. That was all.
Oh, that was a ride.
So overall, vintage Christmas cards are sad, depressing, strange,
scary.
and very scary.
If you really want to, like, blow someone's mind this year, try to find, like, a vintage card.
Yeah, just
And
print it
give-
out. Just print it
Yeah, go,
out.
like, print one of these out and put it on a card and...
Act like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, don't sign who it's from. Just Merry Christmas, Jennifer.
Yeah.
And just like,
On our front porch.
yeah, just slip it in under their door and then
Yeah.
run. The one where like Santa's like out the window.
No, we're not encouraging this.
No, don't do
But
this.
like, do it if you want to.
And eat your vegetables, okay? 9 vegetables came up, but we didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
Where's the broccoli on Christmas, right?
Exactly. The
we
easy
know
vegetables.
what those are. I'm just gonna go with the beet. I think that's
Do you eat beets?
no. Do you?
No.
All I know is they're kind of reddish like that.
Like stain your insides.
What?
They're-
They stay in you? What is? Oh, stay in your insides. I thought you said stay in your
You
insides.
don't digest them.
When you eat a beet, it's in you for life.
If you swallow gum, it's in your
That's
stuff.
so not true. Is that true?
10 years.
10 years. You're saying the gum that I swallowed at 22 is still in my stomach right now? That's what's wrong with me this whole time.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go to the Daved and Confused channel and watch our videos over there. So I'm a bit nervous for today's video because I'm going to be reacting to some creepy pictures of Santa. And these pictures are super old and they're of little kids sitting on Santa's lap, and Santa just looks, he doesn't look right. He looks scary, he looks weird, and we're just gonna look at those together. Yes, I am in my basement, as usual. And before I get into it, I just want to say that if you're really little and you don't want this to taint the way you think of Santa Claus, maybe don't continue watching, maybe ask your parents if it's okay to watch this, because I don't want any angry parents coming to me saying,
Jess, you just ruined Christmas for my child.
so if you love Santa and you want to keep him that way in your heart, maybe don't watch this. But if you're a super curious person like me, and you like creepy things, and you like reaction videos, well, you're in the right place. I am so ready to get like 50 letters from parents.
Jessii, why doesn't my kid like Santa anymore?
I'm sorry. Why do I make content like this? Why do I ruin children's hopes and dreams? Okay. Anyways, I'm being dramatic. It's actually not that bad. They're just a little bit weird. For example, here's the first one. I'm just wondering why Santa's beard covers his nose. I've just never seen Santa's beard do that before. It's almost like he's hiding behind like fur. I don't understand. And I think his hat deflated or something. Okay, so this is what's creepy to me. Why is there like a red mask on this guy's face? Like, why red? It's not like Santa's face is red. You know what I mean? Like, has he been at the North Pole way too long that now he has like some weird frostbite thing happening? I don't know, but look at the kid's face. He's clearly like, what have I gotten myself into? Okay, so everything in this picture is cool, aside from the fact that Santa has blue eyeshadow on. Like, has Jack Frost been giving him makeup lessons? I don't get it. I mean, again, maybe he's just super cold and that's what happens to Santa when Santa's super cold. You know, his eyes just turn really blue. This one's creepy in the fact that he's just clutching this guy's shopping bag. I just don't understand what's happening with his hands here. And he's looking into the camera's soul, just like,
Yes, this is now my Walmart bag.
I don't know if that's Walmart, but probably not. I can't even read that. Honestly, I think this girl is a bit creepier than Santa. But why is Santa just looking through the window at this girl, like just... Once again, Santa is being covered by his beard. It's like just this like tiny shadow of eye and then just all beard, just everywhere. He's just peering through his beard. And like this kid's face is literally how I feel right now.
Ugh, Santa.
I just don't get how the photographer wouldn't be like, oh hey Santa, you want to kind of move some hair away from your face or something, buddy? Once again with the creepy masks. I don't really know why they need them though. Like, I find all these other pictures creepy, but once a mask is brought in, it's like, okay, this is like next level. If I was a parent, I would not give my kid to some guy with the creepy Santa mask on. Like, no, that's not what I do. I feel like my kid would hate me forever. So, I have a couple questions about this one. Firstly, why is there two old people taking a photo with Santa? Secondly, why does Santa look like he's wearing a bathrobe? Thirdly, Santa's cheeks and nose are super, super red. Why are there black circles around his eyes? I mean, I know that Santa has a lot of work to do all year round, you know, helping making the toys, writing his good or bad lists. Maybe he hasn't been sleeping? Because I mean, it looks like he hasn't slept in like 3 years. Let's be real. Oh my goodness. The masks. Do you know what this mask looks like? You know the Who's in Whoville? He kind of looks like a Who from Whoville. But this kid is fine with it. She's like,
Yeah, I'm with Santa.
Woo! Okay, so, yeah, you can't even see Santa's eyes in this one, which is very unsettling. He almost looks sort of angry in a way. But, yeah, this kid does not care. It's funny because some pictures kids look really terrified, and other times they're just like,
Whatever.
I just think Santa really needs a mirror before the picture just so he can be like, oh, okay, my beard's up to here, better pull it down. Can't see my eyes, better widen them. Yeah, those kids should be looking like that. Those kids are never gonna forgive their parents after this. Ever. They probably still look back at this picture and think, why? Why was I put through that? Oh, the mask. Okay. This is so creepy, honestly, and like the black and white does not help. I feel like I'm gonna see that Santa mask in my dreams. They all look very similar. It almost looks like Santa got Botox or something. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. Ugh. I mean, look at that one. It looks like Santa had some like surgery gone wrong on his face. It doesn't even look like a human anymore. It looks like a weird creature thing, like an alien, or I don't even know, like what is its mouth doing? It's all like scrunched up. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't know, this is actually giving me anxiety. Ooh, this one's creepy. That almost looks like a ghost photo. Like, this girl was just taking a photo on her own, and then later she looked back at the footage and she sees this creepy ghostly Santa beside her. Like, that's what I think in my mind. That's not actually what happened, don't worry. Like, you can't even see his eyes or anything. I don't know, like, I can't look at these for too long. What is that? For real, guys, though. I mean, that's gotta be a joke. Like, you can't actually hand your kid over to something like that. And I say something because it's not even a person anymore. Where's the pom-pom on his hat? His pom-pom's not even there anymore. Like, this looks like if Santa died and rose from the dead as a zombie and then, like, still took pictures with kids. Alright, Santa, so I get you like your beard, but, like, it's not supposed to grow all over your face. Like, what? It looks like he's just peering out of cotton balls. How is he not suffocating? It looks like he just has like a pillow on his face. Like, who thought? You know what? I can't even rationalize it. Alright, this is Angry Santa number 52. I mean, he's clearly having a really bad day. He's not liking what he's doing. Santa should not be angry, let me just say that. And of course, the very last picture I'm reacting to has to be another mask photo. It's just, I think you can't even see the eyes, you know what I mean? It just almost looks like eye sockets or something, and the nose is just smooshed on there. I just don't get it, guys. All of these photos I just don't get, and it's mostly the parents that I don't understand, because I feel like when I have a child, I'm gonna be super protective, and if Santa does not look okay, you are not holding my child. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just dramatic, though. So today I thought we would continue our creepiest blank series, even though it's not Halloween anymore. I didn't really make this series for Halloween, I kind of just made it for year-round, if you know what I mean. And I don't think there's anything wrong with bringing some scariness into December. Is there? Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Because I don't know, I like paranormal and creepy things all year round. That's just how I am. You guys should know this by now. If you are subscribed, you just have to be prepared for the creepiness all the time. I'm probably not going to post as much scary stuff in December just because, yes, I know it's the holiday season, people want to be happy, people want to be laughing, not freaked out in front of their computer because Jessii Vee caused them to have nightmares, you know what I mean? Your parents might hate me if they don't already. But today I thought we would look at the creepiest Christmas ornaments. I had a lot of fun researching this online. I found some very strange things and I'm going to show them to you guys. And if any of you have one of these things on your tree, I'm judging you. I'm just kidding, but I hope you don't. Okay, so this was the first one that I found online. It is this really creepy Santa ornament with glowing red eyes. I don't know why they decided to give him glowing eyes. Like, what in their minds thought, oh yeah, kids will love this? Like, no, that's scary. That's gonna be in my dreams tonight. And I love the quote underneath it because someone's calling it Demon Santa. It says, he knows if you've been bad or good, but neither will save your soul. Like, that's just deep. There's actually a YouTube video of someone pressing the button to turn this on, and he kind of just rings his bell, and it's super weird. Here's the video. It's kind of bad quality, but you know, you'll get the idea. So yeah, imagine waking up in the middle of the night to go get a glass of water and you're just passing by your dark Christmas tree in the middle of the night and suddenly this thing turns on. Like, are you kidding me? Next, I found these cut off toes and I thought they were very strange. They kind of look like zombie toes. So I think whoever made these just watches way too much Walking Dead. My dad actually really loves that show. Maybe I should get him these for Christmas. Imagine.
Hey Dad, got you some dead toes. Hope you like them. I know you like zombies. Merry Christmas.
Imagine having your family over with these things hanging on the tree. Like, just picture just a tree with toe ornaments all over them. Now, obviously, these aren't real toes, but I mean, does your family know that? You would never be hosting Christmas again, let me just say that. Why does the screen look yellow all of a sudden? This is like pee filter. So this is supposed to be a baby peeking out from some blankets. It's supposed to look, I think, happy, but in my opinion, it looks like it's screaming for dear life. Barely even looks like a baby. It looks like an insect coming out of a pod or an alien, I don't know. You know what? It resembles that painting called Scream. Is that what the painting's called? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know, guys. I mean, why wouldn't you want a terrified infant hanging from your tree? This is Santa with like beast legs. Why does Does Santa have legs of an animal? I don't know. Doesn't this sort of remind you of Krampus in a weird way? Because it has like the hairy legs. I think it just needs hooves and it's good to go. Kind of looks like a starfish as well. I'm not too sure what this person was trying to make. I don't know. And why is he holding the Christmas tree? Is Santa supposed to be a giant? Like, I don't understand. So this is an ornament of Santa kidnapping a child because, you know, that won't give you nightmares. Who even made this? I mean, unless this was just innocent and Santa's trying to like lift the kid up to show him what's in his bag. Like, hey little boy, look at all the gifts I got. I don't know, because to me it looks like he's about to shove the kid inside of it. Why is there a crying baby tied up and hanging from a tree? I mean, it clearly does not want to be there. Who thought that would be cute? Like, yeah, let's just throw babies on our tree with like cotton balls all over them tied up with a string. That looks really nice. Totally in season right now. I don't even really know what to say about this one. When I first saw it, I kind of thought it was cute. Like, oh, it's an ornament with bird legs. But after looking at it a bit longer, it does freak me out a little bit. I mean, it's creative. So this one's kind of like the toe one we saw, except this is a ear and it has some blood on it. I mean, it doesn't look that realistic, but when you're standing from afar, you might actually think, is that an ear on her tree? I just don't get why people want body parts on their tree. Like, are you a murderer? Like, if you have these ornaments on your tree, I seriously question what horrible things you've done in your life. This one just was creepy because they added spider legs to this beautiful Christmas ornament. Like, this ornament was fine until they did that. And then lastly, because, you know, we just can't get away from clowns for some reason. This whole, like, past few months has all been around clowns, and here we are, clown Christmas ornament. I just really question people's choices. I mean, my tree is literally, like, gold with flowers and bows and butterflies. Like, that's what Christmas should be about. Not all these scary things. It's not Hallow Christmas, you know?